Hey everyone, Jason here. Today is February 19th, President's Day. It's a holiday for most people that live in the United States. If you're not from here, then you're working like everybody else, which is the same thing as what crypto does, because crypto does not take a day off. So with that, a market update for today and also an ICO update for Monetize Coin. They've had some changes in their platform. The staking went live today, which I'll talk about a little bit later. But a quick market recap. Yesterday we were all red. We are seeing a bounce back from that. We're over 11,000 currently. Which is good to see. 1,545 cryptos, over 8,944 markets, and the market cap is back over $500 million at 504. That is great. We are seeing a little bit more Bitcoin dominance. We're seeing an increase in Bitcoin dominance, which is good. It was all-time high. I think it was 66 point something, like 66.7, I think it was. So we're still significantly down from that, which I think is good because that spreads out crypto over more markets. But it's good to see that dominance come back because there is strength in that overall coin. So it's great to see that because when the Bitcoin does well, all the rest of the coins tend to do well also, just because of the amount of dominance. So there is some value in that, and it's great to see. Looking pretty much green across the board. Couple rough spots here and there, nothing out of the ordinary, nothing huge. Some of the news that's coming out in terms of some of the regulations is why we're seeing a good bounce in Bitcoin price this year. Here's the daily chart for all the way back from way into 18 or 17, I'm sorry. And as you can see, this is the original floor around 6,000, where a lot of us had done some charting back in the day, and then some support lines we drew. And then these fib lines were off the all-time high. So they're a little bit off in terms of the current state of the market. If we zoom into just this year, they don't look anything like they should, but looking out over time, what we're seeing is so far this year, this is our big drop into the spring of this year, or the early part of this year, over the winter, and we are seeing a rebound of that. We're seeing some higher highs develop, and these bull signals are carrying through and have been for the past several days. There's been a little bit of pullback here and there, but that's to be expected as this market shifts. So as you see these drops coming down in the year, and now we're seeing a rebound on the other side of the token. It's great to see. So there's a lot of strength in Bitcoin itself. The RSI is showing it to be overbought, but the volume is low. If you look at the volume, we're not seeing the big, huge bars like we were in the big sell-offs after the market actually peaked back in November and December of 17. We're not seeing these huge volume bars. So what that tells me is that there's still a significant amount of interest, despite the fact that the RSI is showing overbought. The bars aren't huge. And so what that means is that it's trading at a level, but there's not a lot of volume behind that level, which can be taken one of two ways. One, people are just buying to buy, or it can be taken as people are comfortable in buying at that level. Because why else would you buy at that level unless you thought it was going to go back up, right? It is great to see the market come back today with a green day. Hopefully this will continue. There's been some great news recently with Ripple, and also Tron's also had some pretty big news recently. I'd like to see what Bitcoin Cash is going to do. They've been kind of hovering here for a while. It's interesting to see how they're going to try to turn this thing around. They've had some struggles here recently. They're way off of their high of like 4,000 or 5,000, I think it was. It was way up there. But so the market looks pretty good overall. I don't see anything crazy. Ethereum Classic's having a really big day. Everything else looks pretty standard. Of course, it's early. It's only about 9:30 Central Time, so the day has just begun for us here in Chicago. Overall, that looks good. So on to the Monetize platform, which I was involved in this ICO. This is an advertising algorithm campaign lending / whatever you want to call it. Basically, this coin is a coin you can buy the algorithm that produces advertising on the internet. If you Google search a particular product and then go to Facebook or YouTube, you'll see ads for those types of products. That's their algorithm. And instead of lending with a bot that nobody can really see or touch, they actually have an algorithm that produces this income by advertising. And you are basically renting that algorithm from them. That's kind of how they're doing their lending. They're calling them campaigns because you're buying an advertising campaign with a return of X%. Basically is how that works. So this is a lot different than other ICOs. For coins that are in the lending platforms, kind of like Dave War, which failed, and all the rest of them. This one's a little bit different in the way the algorithm works, and today they released their staking. It is now live, and they are doing web staking. So I put my coins in today, and they are currently maturing. It'll take 10 days, and then the return is 11%. up until August, and it drops to 8, and here's the rest of the schedule, so on and so forth. Nothing outside of the normal staking realm for this. The cool thing is you can stake it in the web wallet, which is kind of neat. I think if you have an ECR or an ECR20 wallet, I think you can stake there also, but I'm not positive on that, so I will try to get a hold of support and find out if that's true. Supposedly they're going to add their own wallet soon, and I think that's what they were waiting for, so I don't know if it's compatible just yet as far as the staking goes. So, but for now, you can web stake them, which is a great change, and try to earn some token on your investment. The exchange and the lending / campaign is coming soon. They did state that in the email they sent out this morning, that the exchange is coming soon, and then outside person will be able to come into the platform and then purchase monetized coin, which will be a great bolster to the actual coin price itself. So that's the big update. Nothing else really happening today as far as the ICOs are going. The Lendex coin is still going. They have two rounds left of their ICO. One starts in about 30 minutes, and then they're going to continue on tomorrow, and then their platform should be launching shortly thereafter. So for anybody else that's involved in ICOs, you know, it can be kind of a tricky road, and it's important that you guys do your due diligence. So again, none of what I'm telling you here today is financial advice. This is just my take on a situation. This is just what I'm doing in the crypto market. It's not meant to be financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please seek your own knowledge, and if you don't know how to do that or can't, hire a professional, of which I am not. So please make sure you do your due diligence. Knowledge is power. Make sure you seek it. Hit me up in the comments, or if you have any questions, please do so. I'll be happy to try to answer those. Like, subscribe, and share. Click the notification bell, and I have a Facebook group called the Crypto Army if you want to join that. I'm also on Steemit. You can search GPU Head on Steemit. I'm also there. That's about it for today. Everybody have a great day. Enjoy your day off if you live in the U.S., and if you live abroad, have an awesome day anyway. Take care. We'll see you next time.